All right, it's me again. Let's talk about what's wrong with religion. Why is religion bad? And here's, on a personal level, here's what's going on. All right, so there's a situation with some of in my family. My father is in the hospital, is undergoing a surgery. Okay, so of course religious people come out of the woodworks. All right. By the way, since I've been to the hospital so much over the last couple of days, and I know I'm going to get some evil comments on the bottom. Cool, fine. If that makes you feel good. That's fine. But point being is, first of all, in the hospital, something that annoys me before I even get to religion is people saying, "Well, how are you doing? Like, how you feel? How you feeling? How you doing? What do you mean? How am I doing? I'm in a freaking hospital. The only people that are happy in a hospital are people having a kid because their genetics are passing on. But that's it. Like, it's like, I know a lot of these things are meant well, but how do I answer that? Okay, I can't say good. Okay, I'm not good. I'm in a hospital for my father, or my father was in the hospital. How you feeling? I'm feeling crap, like crap. I'm feeling bad. I'm in a hospital getting surgery. So the point being is, so you have to say, you say good. You don't want to say bad. You don't want to say, what kind of stupid question is that? So you have to say good and lie. So anyway, that's a whole nother thing. But if I ever go to the hospital, please don't ask me how am I doing, how am I feeling, how am I doing, or are you getting better? That could be a good question. Anyway, that one's not going to go away, I understand. But here's one that does upset me. Let's get to religion. All right, so people keep telling me we're going to keep your father in our prayers, and first of all, you're a liar. Okay, like somebody said that to me today. So a stranger said that to me. Like a stranger, somebody I met. They were talking about their situation. I was talking about my situation, and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to keep your father in my prayers." And I don't think that lady really is praying for my father right now. Okay, I don't think before she goes to bed she's going to say, "And to that guy who I met." Like as soon as she left me, my father and her prayers went out of her head. All right, so. Again, so it's just a lying statement, okay? Unless you're actually going to sit and pray. Keeping in the prayers is annoying. So here is what really upsets me about the whole religious thing, though, is that it's the oh, there's a problem, now you need us mentality, okay? This is where the religion is so important. And people do things that are just asinine, okay? Like someone in a friend of my father's called my mom at 11 o'clock at night, 11 p.m. My mom goes to sleep at like 9, okay? So he calls at 11 o'clock at night to read her a prayer. Hey, I know you're going to bed, but I wanted to read you one of my prayers that helps. And it's like, you know what? First of all, my mom's not really religious, and she's Jewish anyway. So to take the Bible and read her a prayer from the Bible is A, you're calling her late at night. B, you're not even the right denomination. And C, she doesn't care, okay? She doesn't even believe in this stuff anyway. So the point is just rude. It's just rude. But now she's got to be, she's got to wake up, and what is she going to do? Hang up on the person and say what's wrong with you? So the person is being rude, but it's okay because they're reading a prayer. Get out of here, okay? So next thing, so I have family members there. Now, my dad's side of the family, unfortunately, is very religious, okay? So they're coming, they're visiting, and it's like, we're sitting there, we're explaining things, and all of a sudden, let's all hold hands and say a prayer together, and I'll lead the prayer. And I'm like, oh my God, okay? First of all, I don't believe in God, okay? And so now again, at this point, because because it's socially okay for them to say that, it would be socially unokay, and it's not a time for me to get in an argument with what's going on, to get in a theological argument at that point. So I have to close my eyes and talk to myself and listen to somebody else. So I'm a hypocrite, okay, because I'm sitting there and listening. I didn't even do it, actually. I was just like, you guys do the prayer. Actually, oh, my phone's ringing. Okay, I walked out of the room. Okay, because it's a waste, and it's something that I don't want to do. My dad wouldn't want me to do, and it's whatever. If it makes them feel good, it's fine. But don't include me in what you're doing. if you want to do it. Okay, so if I all of a sudden I want to say a prayer to Satan, okay, or all my Jesus people, if I said let's all do a prayer, let's pray to Krishna. It's that my father, oh dear Krishna. See, then they would have a major problem with that. But if I don't want to be a part of their prayer, then something wrong with me. So, okay. So another wonderful thing done in the sense of religion. So, my aunt, who doesn't live anywhere near here, can't come. So me and my mom are in the waiting room, and she. Now, my sister called me and told me this, but she sends someone from her church. We have never been to the church. We have never spoken to any of these people, okay? We don't know who this person is, what they look like. I've never spoken to them before in our life. So my aunt feels it's necessary to send someone from the church to, like, on the day that my dad had to go through this emergency surgery, to come and pray with us, you know, and lead us in prayer while we were there, okay? Now, luckily, my sister, she told my sister this. She didn't call me, and she didn't call my mom and tell her. Now, again, my mom is Jewish, and I'm an atheist, so we don't want a stranger, and we don't want a stranger with us, especially someone who's going to sit around and talk about Jesus with us and sit. We don't even know who this person is, okay? And we are very, my dad is very, this person is not involved in our life. He's not a part of my family, but because he's a part of the church, he's a good person, and we should be sharing all this information with them. If religion wasn't a part of that, how asinine would that be? Okay, it's asinine anyway. But if you take it out of the, like, if my aunt was down and I just said I just sent someone, a friend of mine who she didn't know, and I said, just go, and I want you to console her about her husband being in the hospital, and just, you know, I know you don't know, I know they won't know who you are, and they probably don't want to share any information with you, but just go to the hospital anyway, and just sit there and hold her hand and hug her and talk. I mean, who wants to deal with a stranger? Okay, like, and not even to tell me, thank God that I didn't run into the person, because my sister called me and told me, and then the guy tried to get in touch with her. I just didn't answer my phone. I'm like, I'm not going to deal with it, and deal with someone she had no right to send him in the first place. So these are things. So now all of these things, by the way, were done meaning well, and that's the weird thing about this. Like, these things are this is a problem with religion. This is what happens, and it's like this is something that's okay, or it's supposed to be a good thing, and people think these are good things, and they're not good things. These are not things that people should be doing, and if religion wasn't around, they wouldn't do it. And, you know, and what upsets me even more about all this, and this goes back to my prayers irrelevant video, is if you know, if my dad recovers, all these people who are praying, okay, and if my dad recovers and he's fine, you know what happens? They're going to say, oh, our prayers were answered. Oh, thank the Lord, we knew it. You know, the Lord is good, and He's see, and you should go to church more, and this is why you pray. Well, we never go to church, so if my dad recovers, which he should, you know, I guess God doesn't really care, okay, because He saved us anyway. But the point is that, so if everything goes well, thank God He did a great job. If my dad for some reason passed away at the hospital, then all those prayers that were being offered up and keeping us in their thoughts and praying for us and the people who came and the church and all that kind of stuff, that was God's will, and it was just His time, because God wanted to do this and blah blah blah. So here's the point. If it's part of God's will and it's part of God's plan anyway, okay, and God supposedly already knows what the plan is, what the hell is the point of praying? Why are we praying anyway? Why don't we just leave the prayers out of it and just let God's will take place, okay? And then we don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So that's pretty simple to me. So let me wrap this up. I know people mean well and all this stuff, but it just upsets me. The arrogance of religion, the smugness that we need someone to lead us in prayer. We need someone, and it's funny that when religion is the strongest is when people are the weakest. Okay, when people are afraid, when people are young, when people are unknowledgeable, when people are in tough times, when people are are in like a jail or a desperate situation, that's when religion has to come in. And that's the people that religion preys upon, because it can't prey upon strong people. It can't prey upon people who are in their right minds and who are thinking logically and who are educated. It has to prey on the weak and the poor and the suffering, because those people need help, and they will take it from anywhere, and that's where it goes, and that's where they stand up the best. Yes, we are around when you need us the most. When you're groveling and in pain, that's when you need us. And it's sad, because that's your religion of fear, and that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it.